I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man. Choppers, rip wasteland. This what happens when you give it a taste life, then you give it a wasteland. This what happens when you give it a fake life, and then the ape in. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, yeah. From the back of the. I got a girl, Brad. Yeah. She go to battle. I live with birds come in. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again. This, that, yeah. From the back of the.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. Now it's Duke Johnson here on the return. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Duke Johnson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are going to take a first quarter lead. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Wilson. Going for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and learning all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
14.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Caught left side by Funchess. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Let's get it.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
Here's Cousins. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A first down carry here for Johnson. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Cousins now. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The 4-time All-Pro, J.J. Watt. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Let's go, let's go.
On play action, Cousins. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Cook. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They get it to him running left. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Wilson on the keeper. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Russell Wilson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Gano the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now here's Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And out now, here come the Bengals. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Steps away to his left. And his throw here's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake, Cousins. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They give him a gain of 38.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on third and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed, they've got to dust themselves off on defense, pick it up, and figure out how to not let that happen again.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Bengals with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll run it with Johnson. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Duke Johnson, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Bengals are in for 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He got 29 yards that time. So from the 36 now, first and 10. Now Wilson on first down. And Matthews over the middle with a grab. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now Wilson on second down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Derek Wolfe in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Third and long, it's Wilson. Hard throw, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Gano's kick is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. Cousins now on second down. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And just like that, it's third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On third down, Cousins. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a gain of 4. And that's going to make it fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's Wilson. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Cook. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Cincinnati after this. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. A give. This is Cook. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. His pass caught at the 4. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And Gano's kick is right through. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Cousins and Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Caught right side, Davis. And he gets it down to the 32. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first. Wilson now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another 1st down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it, for them to get downfield that quickly?
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Out to his left. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half. Cousins underneath for Johnson. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Buying time to his left. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football. But how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Ziggy Ansah in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Wilson being chased out left. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught at the 25. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 58 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down. Of course, last year, you think about Dalvin Cook's injury in Week 4 with a torn ACL, just hoping that he can stay healthy in 2018.
And if so, we'll see plenty of runs that will be big time in 2018. Because in 2017, he took over the starting running back job as a rookie and was off to a terrific start. In fact, if you ask people in the Minnesota Vikings organization, they were giddy at the fact that they were able to get him outside of the first round and plug him into the lineup. They expect him to be big time in this season.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. They give it to him running left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Vernon Davis, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball down.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gano out to kick this one away. Here comes Johnson on the return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. Oh, this one is no good. Fairbairn hangs it out to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, Wilson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Whitney Merciless in there to get him for a loss of 5. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now it's Wilson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. John Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. A first down throw for Cousins toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Play action now. Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Samson Ebukam with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And all the way down to the 42. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on third down plays, but when you go for it on fourth down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
Now Cousins, and his throw is incomplete. Tremaine Johnson that time there to force the incompletion.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Cousins on 3rd and 2. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Now Wilson on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's got the hook up to John Brown to the right side. A gain of 32 that time. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Ezekiel Ansah in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now it's Wilson. Taking a shot for Samuel. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Ravens on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
To throw is Wilson. Forced out to his left. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it with Cook. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind. And he loses the football a 2nd time, and the Ravens have got it.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing is ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
4 down.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point try, good by Gano. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now in desperation, and got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They give him a gain of 38. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Cousins now. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
A second down throw for Cousins. Steps away to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
In public, hated or love it, the underdogs with liquor swabs. It was written in my diary to start a war. I'm feeling infamous, immortal with my text. Revolutionary shining with diamond teeth. Young Don Cartagena, excuse my demeanor.
Now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve your team.
I'm born again, life after death. I made the sacrifice, I'm super duper fly. Juicy, keep them hypnotized. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies them getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already dead.
It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want. Every day I struggle with it. Only God could jump me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. That presidents drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money. Quiet storm. Have it thoughts. For the cream, renegade. For the money, only green is the I'm a player on the late night tip. So these see the prototype. Fingertips, reservoir dog. To the skull. Ignorant. Can I live? Still feel me, kiss to death, and protect your neck. Three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger, kiss to death, and protect your neck. Shame on the three boys in the Cadillac, grave digger.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies them getting paid, but never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper